we ready already?
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing. One shot. Mandatory. Come on, because you just was dying to touch my glass.
Now, we talking about all this branding. What I'm going to do for y'all, it's going to be a gift. I'm going to get y'all name on y'all little glasses on y'all goddamn show now.
Do that.
I'm dead ass. Cause
we dead ass too.
These ain't our usual glasses though.
But these are throwaways. Yeah, we have Jameson. Cause shout out to AOMO. They have brought us Jameson shot glasses. But we're doing, you know what I'm saying, the throwaways.
Got you.
Don't shake it like that.
Ain't supposed to shake the little wine.
Can I mix my shot?
No, you can take a shot of whatever we have on this table afterwards. After.
I need to have it ready.
Wait, you need another?
No, she needs chaser.
Chaser?
We done already clink. Can we just take it and then you can do your chaser?
Take your shot. I'm gonna take mine.
So aggravating.
What?
And then you look at me like that. Like, why is you looking at me like that?
How you got more damn chaser than you got liquor?
Come on.
Ready? All right. Shit.
I'm with y'all about to chase or something. No, I'm good. I'm a G by mine. Fuck that.
G. That's cool.
Ooh.
I just need to taste out my mouth.
I feel like the world trying to make me a drinker, dog. I don't even drink, bro. But every time I go somewhere, it's Tony, take a shot. No.
First of all, you're a promoter.
They don't drink.
We're just gonna leave that right there.
I'm just saying I don't. Like,
all right.
How you work and you drunk? How that work out?
What? I see y'all do that all the time.
You see them doing that. I don't do that.
I see y'all doing that all the time.
You ain't never seen me drunk at one. I was drunk at one party and I wasn't working. I walked in and that bitch was swole and I was like, yes, money made.
I'm done.
Big bottle of Hennessy too. Big rats. Oh. Yeah, that's all I did there.
All right, so you already know who I am. Socks.
OX.
Tonight we got
TonyGoHard.
TonyGoHard. Where you get that name from?
When I used to go to FAMU, I used to pass out flyers and stuff on the set, and he was like, "Dang, Tony going hard." And then my homeboy Moot, who was with me, he was like, "Bruce, remember your name?" And I was like, "What you mean?" He was like Go Hard Entertainment, like TonyGoHard. And I was like,
dope.
That shit sound hard. So that's how I ran with it. My name, I used to have a stupid name before that.
What was it?
It was Polo Fresh. I used to wear polo all the time.
Polo Fresh. I'm glad you changed it.
I'm glad you did too.
I'm glad you changed
and
it.
prior to that, it was King T, but that's another story too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So for those who don't know, I mean, we've been talking about it this whole little time. TonyGoHard, you a promoter.
I am a promoter.
What events do you have? Or that you're a part of?
I do Sunset. I do Crowd Legend Karaoke. I do the Sneaker Ball, Laced Up. I do, what else I do? 99 2000. I used to do the Wave Pool Party. I done a lot of stuff. But most recently, I did Trap Gala. I'm pretty proud of my shit. I do Trap Gala. So that's what we're going to talk about right now, because that's what I want to talk about.
Okay. Before we get started, though, we got this thing, right? We're going to play a little game called Let's See. Okay. So, we need you to text 3 people in your phone.
Who phone?
Your phone. Text 3 people in your phone that would have your back in a fight. All right?
Oh.
Text them and tell them that you need them to pull up with you somewhere ASAP. Like whatever you want to word it as, but just let them know like there's a fight is going down and I need you to pull up.
But look, so I don't got to send like multiple texts. Can I just send it to one group message?
No.
God, damn.
You need 3 different people.
They finna call though. They ain't gonna be like
right, but you
the
can't
phone,
answer.
You can't answer.
You can't answer. You can't text them back till the end of the show.
3 people.
3 different people.
All right. So wait, what I'm texting exactly?
You just to let them know that.
Do it. Be like, okay. Be like, hey, this nigga tried me. I need you to come pull up with me.
All right, bet.
Text your lady there, Russ.
Bro, these niggas finna be blowing my phone up, bro. I know my niggas gonna ride by me.
Bruh, that's so funny. And that's whatever you do, you cannot hit them back, like at all.
That's it.
They be like, bro, last time we checked, he supposed to be on the show, bitch.
Hey.
Bro, what them girls done did to Tony, bro?
Yeah, I'm finna text me. Right
It was a setup.
Hey, this nigga got me fucked. I'm finna beat his ass right now.
Yeah.
I need to go
Right, pull up. Copy paste.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Then they crazy, boy. They crazy. That's funny. You know what's even crazier? I feel like if I would have did that, my top 3 people would have been like, what did you do?
Dang.
This nigga right here
crazy.
he might just.
Like, first of all, you would definitely be the what did you do type person. Like, if I told you
gonna slide?
If I told you, hey, bro, this bitch done tried me, like, I need you to pull up right now. First of all, I'm scared for her to pull up because she ain't fighting nobody.
I'm not
she ain't fighting
her.
nobody. She pulling out the get.
You ain't finna tell me.
Listen, she ain't fighting nobody. She quick with that one, but
I'm finna try Mo out. See if Mo
oh
really
Lord,
right.
you know what he gonna say? You know what he probably gonna say? Mo probably be like, damn, cuz, what happened? Like,
He gonna call me later on. Hey, yeah, boy, I was at work.
my ass already got beat, bro. That's funny as hell.
Shit, one of them already text back. You at the crib? Hey, no, I can't reply to you. I tell you when I get finished.
Right.
All right, I'm playing the game. How y'all tell me to play?
All right. So back to the Trap Gala.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Surprisingly, Trap Gala did well. I was kind of surprised. I ain't gonna lie. And I didn't take it in until the next morning when I woke up. Like, damn, boy, you kind of snapped. You feel like that? Yeah, but it was good. It did real good. Like,
So it met your expectations?
Pass.
Passed
That was my third one in Orlando. So the first one I did, it did good, did its thing or whatever. I made a couple dollars. Then the one last year was like the one I was like, I was kind of excited about.
Oh.
No.
Bro gonna keep calling. He not gonna stop.
Bro, that's funny as hell. Okay.
But the one last year was the one that I was most excited about because the first year was like, it was an idea I had that I was kind of skeptical about, but I was like, let's put this full campaign together, see how it works out, and it worked. Mm-hmm. So then the following year, which was last year, I had like material to build off of. Like I had like a vision, like what I did wrong and what I could do right, whatever. So when I did that, I was like, this shit hit. And then this year, I actually was kind of slipping. I wasn't really gonna do it. I ain't gonna say I wasn't gonna do it, but I didn't really have like a real plan to do it because like I had got excited about it last year and like it met my expectations. Like so I was like, shit,
You kind of fell back from it.
Yeah, it was like I did try, let's try something else. But one of my so like she supported me on everything. Like she came to Tally for Track Gala one time, but she hit me and she was like, why you ain't dropped the ticket for Track Gala yet? And I was like, damn, you right, huh? I ain't did that. So and when I thought about it, figured out what I wanted to do, dropped it, and then it just went crazy. But I don't know. I don't get. This time around, it was like the tickets were selling, tables were selling. Like I did double. Like last year, we sold 16 sections. This year, we sold 31 sections or whatever. So it's like damn near double last year.
Yeah.
But I knew the tables did double. I knew the ticket sales were there, but to fill up that venue the way I did, I didn't see it. I didn't expect it. And even promo, I kind of like I laid back on promo a little bit this year.
I even said that I was like, I ain't even, not that I was watching for it, but I ain't really see much promo.
And that's the thing, like I didn't like, I kind of like used the same stuff from last year, because I was like, well, if I get the same that I got last year, which I was like 100% sure I would get the same crowd I had last year. I like if I get that, but these niggas is ready, man. Y'all sure I supposed to just
Nah, leave that.
Ooh,
Leave that. They got a whole another 45 minutes.
Yeah. But I was like, I knew for sure, like, I would have that same crowd from last year, so I wasn't too much worried about it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's Trap Gala, it's for them. But this year was just like, I don't know.
You had said like just briefly about like how you had met your expectations last year. Like being a promoter, when you meet your expectations, do you just feel like it get boring? You ready for something new? Like
not necessarily. It's just, but for me, I'm not one of those people. Like I have a lot of ideas, and like I come with ideas. Like even Track Gala was the idea that was 3 years old before I actually put it out.
Right.
So it's like I want to use the time that I have to utilize put out some of the ideas. I don't want to die with my ideas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like March 14th wasn't supposed to be Trap Gala. It's supposed to be one of those other ideas that I had in my head.
But that be big, especially like you were saying how like you didn't see that much promo, but the promo that you had, it didn't even come from you. It came from everybody else who went to Trap Gala the year before. And so like
that's before it.
Right, exactly. And so like that's when you know that you got something going for real. But you know the one promo thing that like took me, that like made me want to go and was mad that I had to work, was the motherfucking Trap Gala fucking yes, that shit was so funny.
That wasn't my idea. Like it was crazy.
But the fact that you went with it because that was KT's idea, right?
Yeah, well, what happened when Teezy get drunk, Teezy another person, and I enjoy drunk Teezy. But what happened was we was outside of Ember. Shout out to Teezy. We was outside of Ember, and me and him like last year. If I got to be honest, that nigga yellow suit last year was amazing. But I can't give him credit because I was clean too.
Right.
So it's like, I mean,
like
being realistic, it was like we were 1 and 2. It was like it was either him or it was me that was best dressed or whatever. So we was outside, we were talking about who was best dressed, and he was like, "Oh, I'm Mr. Trap Gala," and then he just started doing the shit how Dave was doing, and I was like, "This nigga a creative player." But that's a good ass idea. Let's do it for real. So I called him the next morning after he sobered up, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm trying to do that shit for real. Like, let's make the video today." And he was like, "Cool." But I guess he had to run out and do some daddy stuff or whatever. You know how it is with his parents or whatever. And
look, she said, she don't know.
And I was home and I waited for him to call me back, and I was like, man, I got like 30 suits and I can do that shit myself. So I went to pulling out all my suits. Like I had them all over the bed, and I was like, well, which ones could I do or whatever? And then before you knew it, I hadn't did the shit myself.
Bro, that shit was so that nigga check the shoes.
Yeah. I watched those How Davis videos, and I damn near studied like every movement to make sure I had it done right. Cause I was kind of skeptical about me doing it at first, cause I'm not one of those in front of the camera guys. Like I'm a promoter and I do events that people know about, but not a lot of people know me because I rather my work speak for me than, you know what I'm saying, people be like, I'm pulling up for Tony. I want to pull up for my event. Like Trap Gala. People pulled up who didn't even really know me. Like I had people calling my phone who I know didn't really know me. And that's when I was like, okay, you got yourself something. And that's what I want. I want my brand to speak for me. Because, I mean, if I die tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, and I leave my brand, not saying I'm die tomorrow, let's knock on some wood or something. But if I was to die tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, I want my brand and the legacy that I built to carry on where somebody else can step and, like, carry it away. Like, for example, Nipsey passed away, the marathon is still continuing. Like, the clothes, people still buying the clothes, people still doing this because, well, one is Nipsey. But not only it being Nipsey, it's just what it represents. Like it represents,
Empire type.
Exactly. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, now as far as the music label, All Money In, he ain't really like putting nobody in a position to kind of like be his successor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's why I treat my parties the way I treat them. If that makes any sense.
Definitely.
I can't check none of these messages.
Nah, nope. Cause wait, you got your read receipts on?
But you know who ain't reply though? Maurice.
Mo.
Mo ain't Riverdale.
Maurice,
you gotta tell him about it.
Listen. Go ahead.
Let's see. What is one thing? So the topic for tonight is promoter life. So, what is one thing you genuinely love about the business?
Well, I'm a big idea person. I'm kind of creative. I guess I say kind of. I'm a creative person. I just like coming up with
I was about to say, kind of. You and me went back and forth on who more creative. Like, right at the patio. What you talking about?
I let you have it because I know what I can do. Like, I've seen myself.
I'm talking about hard. They're arguing, dog.
I like just creating full ideas and just seeing them come to life. Like, even if it's not exactly how I envision it, I still like to see what it is, which is why for a lot of parts I do sequels, because if I got an idea and I come up with it and I try it out the first time and it don't hit exactly how I want it to, I'm gonna tweak the pieces and then give you a sequel. You may not see a third, but you're definitely gonna see a number 2. So I think my favorite part is just having those ideas and seeing them actually come to life and like seeing people enjoy it and be like,
I like sequels. Like I like stuff like that because it gives like something for people to look forward to.
Exactly.
Like
especially
prom,
if you had a good time the first time, you're like, I want you to do that again.
Right.
So I'm gonna give it to you again. A little different, but again.
So you repeat Crab Legs and Karaoke. Where'd you get that idea from?
Crabs and Karaoke came from my girlfriend.
Really?
We was at so I used to go to the barbershop that was right up beside Spicy and Juicy. So I walked past the spot one day and I looked in there. I was like, damn, that's a nice spot. Like, and it wasn't like nice, like, I guess like extravagant. Nice.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of Houston, so I used to go out to Houston a lot, and it was like nice, like Houston nice. Like I seen this before, like I know what I can do with this or whatever. So I went in there, I spoke to the owner when they had first open. He was like, right now we just opened, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. And I was like, cool, just keep me in mind. Then I took my girl there, like my girl and her mama. I took her maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later or whatever, and we were sitting there. I was like, man, I can do something here. Like I want a Thursday. I knew exactly what day I wanted. She was like, well, won't you do like karaoke? I said, dog. I said, dog, that'll hit. I was like, but shoot, what would I call? Like, what would I call the damn karaoke night? She was like, call it crowd raising karaoke. And I was like,
look at you. Kiss you on the forehead.
Like, I think you doing this shit right now. So, I mean, that's just what I did.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so it was her idea. Like, I try to hang around people who like, just like roll shit off their tongue. It's not like they're super creative or nothing like that. They just say stuff. Like, it's just genuine. And then from there, I'll take it
and do what you need to do
wrap
with
it in
it.
a bowl, make it a full package, and then put it to the people.
Right. Okay.
That's what's up.
What's one thing that you don't like about the business?
The business as a whole or the business in Orlando?
Let's do both.
The business as a whole.
How motherfuckers cheat? No, it's fine.
Nah, I mean,
but it's true.
Niggas are cheap, but I don't think that's what I dislike the most. Cause I mean, I understand it. I'm 30 and I got a child and I got a family, I got responsibility, so I understand niggas don't want to spend money. But what I don't like the most about the industry as a whole, I don't like that I feel like you gotta twist somebody's arm to like it's like.
What you mean?
Like this shit hard work. It's like I don't like how do I want to say it? Cause I'm trying to find out how I want to say it.
The customers or partners? You know, which arm are you twisting?
The customer.
Okay.
Like, it's like that's how I want. That's how I'm sorry. It's like it's never enough for them. Like they want more than what else that makes sense. Like, all right, so like if anybody who's ever visited, let's say they go to DC.
Right.
You know, DC got some nice brunches and shit. You take that whole thing, you bring it right here and put it right here in their backyard, and it's like, nah, what is that? I don't know what that is. It's literally the same shit you just came from in DC.
Right.
I bought it here to Orlando, but like, I gotta like sell the whole DC inspired idea to you. But I'm like, it's right here. It's that.
It's kind of like people when somebody ain't never been nowhere or when they don't know about something. Like people don't like to support things if they don't really know
it's new.
They don't when it's something new and fresh, they don't like to support it.
But then they turn around and say, "Oh, ain't nothing to do here." But you giving
right.
them everything to do, and then not only that, like you understand, the first one may not hit, the second one may not hit like that. But after a while, you got to get on it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they don't catch on, but let's say I designed this event for college alumni. Let's say this is who it's for. They don't show up. But somehow, some hood chick from wherever heard about it. She come over.
Now it's a hood situation.
They like brunches too. They not necessarily hood because I ain't gonna lie. Like
sophisticated.
Yeah, because it was a lot of them in Trapgala.
No, they were there.
But they looked it real nice. Everybody looked it like, so good.
But I'm familiar with these people. Like they pull up to a lot of my stuff and they support. But it's like I design events for, the college alumni because that's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, I have hood ties. You know what I'm saying? I'm Section 8 baby, so dope, all the other good stuff. But that's not like what I showcase. You would never know that if I didn't tell you that. So you know what I'm saying? So I design events for these people who travel, who been somewhere, whatever. But it's like I got to twist your arm to get you in this building. I got to damn near give it to you.
Orlando is a wave. Like I feel like they're just if they don't hear good reviews from somebody that they know is popping or something,
somebody with some type of influence really speaking.
And it's bad that it's like that because you know, you said that the Houston situation. We was in Houston at the same time, boy.
Exactly. We
What?
We ain't even see each other, but we both had an
No.
awesome time. Like
it was
it's
crazy.
multiple spots that to turn up at or whatever. So I get a lot of inspiration from Houston. But like back to the whole. Like I'll design an event for one particular person, then this crowd will get a hold to it, and now it's jumping. Then they come over and they be like, "Oh well, we want to participate, but it's too hood or it's too rad." So now they giving my shit a bad name, and you had the opportunity to take advantage of it. Don't come over here talking shit. Stay your ass home or come out with them.
Right.
Exactly.
Somebody really want to
listen. They be all right. They got another.
So that's probably why I
30
don't
minutes.
like as far as like I guess.
Yeah, the customers sometimes they don't really understand that it's not an event without them. So for you to be like, oh, it ain't really popping,
it's your fault.
It's partly your fault
You
if
know,
you wasn't there.
I was about to say, but not only that, it's like they're scared to like promote it themselves. If they, you know, they only want to promote it if it's like super lit. But to be honest with you, if I see something that's going on, it's like, okay, you got food and you got drinks. Bruh, you popping in me point blank period. Like, to be honest, like food and drinks, because there's not a lot of brunches type situation.
We got a night situation similar to that. Our Elixir on Friday situation. Like, I literally looked at this girl Instagram post and she was like, oh, they need more lounges like Atlanta. Oh, they need food in the club like Atlanta. They need this like Atlanta.
Elixir.
So I designed, like, well, not me alone, but the group. Like, I'm forcing shit down their throat. Hey, look, bro, let's do this like this. When we put the first original fly out, it was Atlanta inspired, and it's like, I gotta twist your arm to come in this mother. Now when the hood hear about it, and the hood come down there, I don't want to hear your mouth.
Right.
Because I know it's quality. I know what the shit hitting on. You
Elixir, that place, I have all my business meetings there.
It's a nice spot. And the food good. Like, you know what I'm saying? The music be hitting all that. So, I don't know.
What is it, you have business partners, what is it that you can't like, that you don't like about having business partners versus you doing something on your own?
You got, like, with me being like one of those, I'm a super creative person, and I'm impulsive. Like if I see some shit or if I think it, I just want to go ahead and do it. When you got business partners, you got to call them like, hey bro, what you think about X, Y, Z? And they're like, I don't know, I don't want to spend the money on that.
Bitch, I want to fucking do it.
Yeah, but that's probably the only thing I hate. Like, I mean, but I love business partners because, you know, it takes like a lot of the work off of you. It's like, you really got help. Like with Track Gala, Pat was my partner, but nothing against Pat. Pat OG, he got a lot of stuff to do. So, you know, Pat be doing his thing. So I carried the bulk of the weight for Track Gala. So you saw me running around all night. I moved furniture. I was damn near like,
we need a table over here.
I was like the assistant VIP manager. I DJ'd shit.
You was doing it all.
Like dead ass. Like,
hey,
I came
that's what
early
it takes.
in the day.
That's what it takes.
All those VIPs that was set up, that shit that's not in the venue. I set that up. Like
y'all like, made it.
Like, exactly,
you made it.
It wasn't me by myself. Like I had people come help me out set it up. But long story short, like it's a lot. But when you got like partners on, you don't gotta carry that whole load by yourself. Like either they gonna come or they got somebody or something like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
it's gonna get done.
I enjoy a partner, but what I don't like about it is just I gotta run ideas by them. I can't just jump out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? Or if I do it, then it's like when you get in the room and that budget come out. Oh nah, bro, you ain't say nothing about that there. So now you gotta pay for the great idea that helped the party. You know what I'm saying? Out of your own pocket, like. I mean, I don't care how much it help. You ain't tell us it was gonna cost that much, so you know that's probably the only thing I don't like about partners.
Being a promoter takes a lot of your time. So like, how does that affect your love life?
Shoot, my lady is to me she more popular than me. So shit, we can do it together.
You said that one time. You said that.
She did it, man.
She come to all your events.
All of them.
That's what's up.
All of them.
That's what's up.
Like, cause we got a good support system. Like, either her mama or my mama.
I was about to say, your babysitter on fleek, boy.
Hey,
gotta be.
It's so crazy.
What?
It ain't even a phone call no more. It's literally like, you at the house? Yeah. Skirt. And yeah, that's how bad it is. But like, she helped me promote. So it's like we do it together. And then, you know, It's either when it comes to hunching, we either gonna do it right after the club or early in the morning. I mean, we gonna get it in because
gotta get it
like
in.
that,
You
dude.
gotta get it in.
like a little Caesar
Period.
pizza. But you know, I mean, but it don't really, it don't have like no bad. Cause she met me in the club. It wasn't like we knew each other prior to that.
You know what? That's super dope because you hear a lot of like the whole club goers or promoters or hosts or DJs and strippers and all this other stuff, and they get in a relationship, and you always hear, oh, they don't want them in the club no more.
Yeah.
And
And
it's like,
That's where
that's where you met me at, right? So it's like that's crazy.
Nah, she's very understanding of the situation, which I think that's why it worked. Like, I ain't never been in a relationship like this where like I love my girl and I publicly like be putting out there and all that shit. But it's just because she make it easy. And once she trusts me, which was big, because I mean, hell,
Doing what you do.
I used to like, but I wouldn't trust me either back then. But she trusted me. You know what I mean? But now, like when I met her, like it was like a lot of that was out the window. Like I had one situation, she knew about it or whatever, but we wasn't even really together like that yet. But once,
So she was on chill. She been on chill mode.
yeah, like I mean,
It makes it easier for you.
But when she got fed up with it, and you know, so she went on down the road. But then you know, life happened, and you know, we got back together and we grew together and learned each other. But yeah, it was always just simple. Like she just chilling. I don't know.
That's what's
That's-
up.
I mean,
It's a blessing that-
she do got this one thing she do where like if it's a letter out or whatever, let a girl walk. You seen her? Let a girl walk by.
Let me tell you, one
Who
time,
is that?
bro.
What's she doing?
One time, I was driving inside. I was going to work. Bro. I was driving, and Tony was walking past, and I'm like, I rolled on my window, like, Tony. He had his people, and she come in. Who is that in that car? I said, let me park because I ain't got time.
But she do it like in such a calm manner where it don't look like a ratchet hood thing.
It was just like
really
oh
who is
yeah,
that?
let me
Let
me go.
Like, but you know,
that?
like you know how your mama look at you and you be like, all right, let me get right. Like she give you one of them looks. I'm like,
But
man,
like I see
is
her in my rear
hilarious,
view. I
bro.
see her in my rear view. She started walking fast. I said, oh shit, let me park. Let me park. So
Who
I get
is
out.
that?
I get out. She like, She talking to Tony. I'm just like, let me keep walking past because I ain't got time. But that shit was but she cool as hell though. She real cool.
She doing that cool shit. But like I said, just I mean, in the business, you know how females are. Like regardless if they know your situation or not, if they want you, they want you. You feel me?
Yes.
And a lot of times they just want you either because of your status or they just want to feel like they got somebody, or really literally just to get at your lady. Like, oh no, I'm gonna fuck her nigga. So it's just like I get her understand. I get where she coming from. But I just always tell the same thing. It ain't about them, it's about me. You feel me? So if I ain't gonna do shit, you don't have to worry about what they trying to make me do. You know what I'm saying?
Has it ever gotten to that point where she had to like confront a female?
Nah, I don't even
You
live
know
like
that?
that. Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't live like that. Like I don't do shit.
That's
So
what's
No,
up.
I'm saying like you might not do shit, but like a female might take it to the extreme where
I
it's
don't
like,
let them like you gotta understand. Like I kind of I demand respect.
Preach.
Yeah.
Let them know.
I mean,
Yes.
I kind of like. And a
Bitch,
lot of I don't
females.
talk. I don't say a lot. Like I may move around, but if it get to the point where I feel like you just doing way too much, I'm gonna address it like, hey, Shawty, chill. Like,
Right.
You know my situation. Like I'm public with it, so I know you know my situation.
Right,
you know
right.
Me, you know her. Like it ain't no, you know what I'm saying.
if ands or buts about it.
Yeah.
Understand. That's what's up. Go ahead.
You scared to ask the question?
She not.
What? I'm trying to.
The last one.
With that one. Oh, okay. Did you learn the game from anyone?
Yeah. When I was in Tallahassee, well, when I was like younger, I used to like try to rap and stuff. So when I was 15, this guy,
I mean, it's not funny, but just
everybody.
but just how you said it.
I wasn't bad. No, I just wasn't. I wasn't real
It
good.
it just wasn't for you.
Like, but no, on God though, like cause I was on YouTube or whatever, but not like a lot. But had I learned YouTube the way Soulja Boy did, like had I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have made it because my music was way better than his. But I mean at the time, like Soulja got a few hits.
I believe
like,
it.
you know what I'm saying? But I mean. But to answer your question, so I used to rap or whatever, and I had gave my CD to this guy that used to manage artists and promoting stuff in Tallahassee, and he heard it and he was like, "Bro, this shit whack" or whatever. But I respected it because I ain't never had nobody tell me that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I went back, made a new project, whatever. He kind of approved of it, and we just called it a day. But from there, I kind of kept a relationship with him. So when I moved to Tallahassee or whatever, I was walking by this building one day, and in the window I saw his poster for one of his parties with his logo and all that stuff on it. And I went in and I asked the person where they got it from, and they was like, "Oh, that's Kelly." And I was like, "Well, where he at?"
Right.
I know who it is, but where he at? And they was like, he is. So I linked with him when I was in Tallahassee, and he kind of got me like started a little bit like, all right, you know, this is what you want to do. We're gonna really do it. And then from there, he was connected to Pat Nix. Everybody knew who Pat Nix is. So from there, you know, I linked with Pat or whatever. But even at first, Pat was Pat was Pat. Like, this when Orlando was like really thriving. So, you know, I'm a young guy in Tallahassee. It wasn't that he didn't see me. He didn't have a need for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I'm holding it down in Orlando. You got Tallahassee, do your little thing or whatever. So from there, when I moved to Orlando or whatever, I called Pat. And I was like, yo, I'm in the city. Like, I know you're doing your thing. You know, help me out. So he kind of got me connected to his network, which from there opened up a whole new door or whatever. But yeah, so to answer your question, I did have somebody kind of teach me the game, which was Kelly, and then from there he linked me to Pat, and Pat taught me the Orlando game. So
do you learn? Oh, go ahead. Do you think?
I asked you that because I don't know. Were y'all drinking? You and Pat? Were y'all drinking during Trap Gala?
Pat may have been. I ain't drinking nothing.
Okay, so in the dressing room, we
Unless
had a
he's
conversation.
taking a shot
me and Pat.
on one shot mandatory.
Me and Pat had a conversation, and like just the way he was talking to me, it seemed like he was under the influence. But anyways, he was really nice. He was just basically saying how he's about to retire soon.
Yeah,
and he was just telling me how. Yeah, he was telling me that, and he was saying how I don't know. The way he was talking, it was like he was kind of like passing the baton down to you.
Well, I pray for it. Like, I've been waiting on it for years.
That's how he was talking.
But I feel like Pat is at the point now where I don't think Pat should retire. I think if Pat retires, he should retire like Jordan. Like, own a team, get yourself a team, and.
Just have that name.
Yeah, like it's like I mean my ideal situation for Pat is like almost like be a producer, like book venues, book artists, stuff like that, or help somebody do that.
Yeah. Just because your name holds so much weight.
Just sit in the back and, you know what I'm saying, collect a small percentage.
I say reap that benefit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like you've been in the game long enough. Like, the man did stuff like nobody would ever do again. Like, the man did a party at City Walk, shut down the whole City Walk. Not just City Walk, Universal. Like, he had a party where it was Trina, Outkast, all them was at City Walk performing. But while the party's going on, you can ride rides and stuff too. Like,
they been had a whole grab bash out that bitch.
Oh God,
they been had a whole grab bash out that bitch.
Weekend, like it was that, and then like All-Star Weekend, you know.
Damn, ain't nobody doing that for Classic Weekend. That would be so lit.
It's not gonna happen no more. It's over.
Ever.
Like, Pat did his thing. Like he set the bar so high, it's no topping it. You know what I'm saying? So he's connected. Like, if you call Pat and say, "Yeah, I want to do a walk
just
around Lake Eola, but it want to make it a party," he probably can call somebody from the city who can get you in the Lake Eola, shut the whole thing down, and you can do your own party, walk around the damn park. Like, he's very connected. So you know, so when you connect it like that,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, when you connect it like that, you should not necessarily like just
stow away your stuff.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know what I'm saying? It's like pass the baton, but like like make some type of attachment to it. Like, hey, you know, I'm gonna give you the game, but I still need my 20%.
Like a franchise. Like, you carry that name.
Honestly,
like,
and you can do that with all the promoters in the city. Like, they all utilize
name drop like a bitch, because I know I name drop y'all ass quite often.
It works, but like for real, like just kind of build your situation, and like you getting percentages from all the parties or whatever. So retire, because I mean at 50, you done it all. It's not even funny. I don't even think it's funny to him no more. I think at this point,
because ain't nothing topping what he was doing.
But like, the man shut down the whole city when they did. Remember they did All-Star Weekend here? This man had parties everywhere, like literally everywhere. And if you ask him about it, that's probably he'll say one of his most disliked experiences. He lost a lot of money or whatever that weekend. But outside of the money that was lost, the experience you created for people and the connections you made,
so much.
Like, across the board, like, man, shit. Like, shit, you might have, you know, it is what it is. So, for like Pat, retire, because that means about that time, but don't like lead the game.
Right.
Like, you know, keep your shit going somehow.
Definitely.
Okay.
But yeah, he gonna retire soon. He told me that. He's serious. Like, I see it in his eyes.
Yeah, he was real passionate. We was talking to. That's why I was like, he was under the influence or something.
Nah, he's serious.
Cause we don't know each other at all. So like the way he was talking to me, like we knew each other.
He just wanted the world.
And you probably just was laughing and giggling too, cause I know you. You just was like,
well, I was in the back a little upset about some stuff.
Well, what happened? They ain't take care of y'all.
What?
What happened?
oh Lord, so. I'm talking about this off.
No, you know what happened with the whole bottle situation. That's what I was upset
they ran
about.
Out of bottles. I was mad too.
Yes, that's what I was.
Shit,
I was
just
in
like
the
y'all
back
money
upset.
got stopped. My money got stopped. And man, it's just so many goddamn refunds. They talking about we ain't never get our bottles. We ain't had the bottles, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Damn,
let
me run the Sam's real quick.
Let
me run the Sam's.
But he went to the store and came back with like.
I knew it.
But he didn't even have that many bottles when he came back.
I'm like,
what the fuck
must
is he
be
doing?
driving to the store for them to be taking this long.
Nah, man. But then, like when I went there earlier today and I set up the venue, I told him I had 30-something sections. So I said we're gonna need at least. I said we're gonna need at least 70 bottles. He bought 70 bottles. That's it.
Exactly.
I need 100.
Who does that?
Because once people start drinking, that bit is
want
gone.
more.
There is water to them.
And the way the
got
energy
it.
was,
Water.
like when a party jumping, you want to keep drinking.
Yeah.
You hold bottles up.
Exactly. And you ain't gotten just know anybody over a bottle service. Okay, we sell bottles around here. That's what we do.
Y'all
Okay.
sold too many, goddamn.
Y'all had sophisticated ratchets letting people know they got some money and like, hey.
It was some hood in there. It was some not hood, but it was a good mix.
It was a good mix.
I mean, your thing is called Trap Gala. So you gonna have the trap.
The actual definition of
and
it
you
is,
gonna have the gala part of it.
I give you the definition.
But do you really think a lot of these people read that definition for trap
I
gala?
don't know.
You know what they thinking? They thinking, I'm a hood ass nigga that's gonna dress real deal fly.
What's so crazy is when I was talking to some guy, he does security for Tamara parties, and he was like, trap, like, ain't that kind of like hood? And I was like, nah, like it's trap music. It ain't really like trap like trap people.
Right.
And he was like, well, I don't know, trap don't sound so appealing or whatever. Then when I read the definition, he was like, oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But the definition is a formal black tie event with a splash of culture and some of your favorite new and old hits. This upscale occasion is designed specifically for a classy individual with a few ratchet tendencies that appreciates a glass of cognac and indulges trap conversation from time to time. I made it up myself.
Period.
I was laying in the bed and I was like, damn, this shit might be dope. So I asked my lady, I said, what you think? She put it in the group. She said, oh, that shit hard. So that's what we ran with.
Not the group. That's how you know you approve when she put it in the group.
She put it in her group. I don't got groups like that.
That's what I'm saying. When she put it in her group.
Yeah,
We had a couple of topics like that in the group. Okay, so we know that you do DJing too. What you like doing better, DJing or promoting?
DJing is like it's therapy. It's like therapy. It's like you go through so much hectic stuff. You kind of get a chance. You get to like chill and just
do your thing.
You're not being pulled in different directions when you're a DJ.
What I like doing the most, probably, I think promoting. That's my baby.
Yeah.
It's just.
How long you been doing this again?
I've been promoting. I was promoting in Tallahassee since 2010. So yeah, about 10 years.
Wow.
10 years. But
where were we in?
When I first moved.
10th grade.
When I first moved
was
to
high school.
10th grade. 2010.
Yeah.
10th grade.
What happened?
We was trying to figure out where we was in 2010.
I'm old. I ain't that old, but I'm older. But nah, when I first moved to Orlando, I kind of slowed down on promo because I was in a relationship and she was telling me I needed to get my stuff together, or whatever. So I started trying to get my stuff together, but I realized I wasn't happy with trying to get my stuff together. Then I joined the church, and I felt like I was going the wrong direction because I was the hottest out on the block, and I was. When I joined the church, like I told him, man, my prayer at the altar was, I keep having sex with all these hoes. I don't want to keep having sex with all these hoes. That was that's what I told him.
He was on that type of time.
He was slapping the spirit out of me. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go to slap, you're like, Lord, get him right, or whatever. So,
Bro, when I would have died to be a fly on that wall.
But when you first join the church, you feel like you kind of rededicate your life. You give up everything or whatever. So I kind of stripped myself of everything except for work, and I kind of put myself into work.
Yeah.
But I was a career consultant. So I'm dealing with all these young kids, like high school dropouts and stuff, getting them on the right path. and I'm getting them on the right path, and they're talking to me about their dreams and stuff, and I'm telling them what I used to do, and they're like, Mr. Tony, how you gonna tell us to live our dreams and you ain't doing? And like, I'm hearing this multiple times. And I start thinking, like, damn, I ain't really doing what I know I want to do. Like, so kind of like they guided me back into it. So I started promoting in Orlando late 2016, and then so 4 years in Orlando. Yeah, but it's the game. I love it.
That's what's up.
I don't know if I like Orlando party scene like that, but I ain't got no complaints. I say that. It's like, I know it's not what it used to be, only because I watched Pat do his thing, and I think that's what I dislike. It's like I never have that chance to do it like that. But I mean, I love Orlando for what it is. Like, you know, it is what it is.
You like Orlando for what it is?
Yeah. I mean,
I be having my doubts.
Being from Orlando.
Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm born and raised from here. So
we OGs.
It's one of those things where like
we're the aliens, cause you know ain't nobody from Orlando no more.
Only natives can talk about what the fuck Orlando got going on. Any outsiders, stay your ass where you at. You know what I'm saying? So
now I don't know. I just feel like Orlando, we've come a long way as a city, and we still got a long way to go. Yeah, but we only as good as our people, and it's like, because we do have a lot of outsiders, we tend to try to, that's why we're such a wave type city. Like, we try to follow the wave of somebody that's from Washington all the way over there in California. We try to follow the wave of, you know, somebody who's from Georgia or this, and then we compare ourselves to everybody else instead of just keep grounded and just doing what we doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. But then also, Orlando is like, it's an Orlando city. Like, they're very proudful about the people that are from here. Like, it's people that are from Orlando that can create opportunities within the city before somebody, like,
no, but it still takes a lot. Like, for instance, just from my business perspective, like, you know, I'm a creative director. When I first started doing that, I'm gonna be real, there was nobody that was calling themselves a creative director before I started saying it that I know of, per se. And then when I started getting in the game, like, for real, everybody's like, so why, like, what is it that you really do? You don't come with a camera. But then when I went to Atlanta, and I'm like, oh, I'm a creative director, they like, oh yeah, we need you, and it's like, okay.
That's because they understand.
Exactly. Same thing with Houston, though. I was talking to freaking strippers and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. Well, when you need models, let me know. And I'm like, so you know what that is. So it's like Orlando is like, it feel like we behind, because when you present new things to them, it's like, well, what is that? Why do we feel the need to even have you doing what you're doing? And it's the same thing with
Orlando's stuck in their ways. Like, they don't want new shit. So you give them new shit, they don't really want it.
They don't until they see. Well,
from my experience, until they see somebody who they know have influence, which most of the time people that are from here do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, XYZ says it's a hit, so it got to be a hit.
Right.
It ain't like, you can't bring them goddamn a bag of gold off back and like, hey, I'm giving out this free gold.
They be like, that bitch chocolate.
They're gonna be like, it ain't real.
That bitch chocolate.
They gonna be like, it ain't real.
But as soon as they see somebody like from here with influence, like, pull up and
they at the
grab
door,
that gold from Tony, then
line
it's like,
out the door.
Let's go.
I gotta get that gold.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that what holds the city back, being that they so stuck in their ways, and it's more of a wave influence type of city instead of just let's try it. Like, they won't, it's not a let's try it city at all, which is probably the hardest thing for somebody that's very creative and like to just do new stuff. That's the hardest part.
That's why they say here is easier for somebody to blow outside the city, and then when they come back, it's like, oh, we embrace you, and it's like, but I've been needed you to embrace me, and you know what I'm saying. But it's win or lose, because sometimes people do get out, or people are supported here, and they don't take that support opportunity to do something with it. They just kind of be like, all right, I got Orlando on my back, I'm good.
And a lot of people I know that are supported here, they never really make it out like that, only because
they're too satisfied.
That, and I think, because I don't really know a way to say it without saying it bad.
Go ahead and say it.
Orlando is their mindset is only Orlando. It's
one track.
Yeah, it ain't no here and there. They're here.
But with us, it's like you either have to be there or here. Like, you can't be both, because Orlando can be like a trap, because you want to be so accepted in Orlando. But in order for you to be so accepted in Orlando, you can't be so accepted like outside of Orlando too. Like I know a couple of artists that are like that. Like they tell me all the time, you can't be so Orlando one track mind. Like you gotta be outside, because then you cater so much to Orlando, you go to the outside and they like, we ain't on that.
I think what it is, like, this is what we see every day. So this is how we kind of receive our validation. And not saying we need validation to survive, but in the business that we in, we need somebody to co-sign.
Right, always.
And our only co-sign, well, not our only co-sign, but the co-sign we see on a regular basis is right here.
Right.
So this is what we try to satisfy this, because if we satisfy this, we satisfy ourselves. So that's what we run into. So we ain't, even though we thinking big, like out there, we ain't really moving out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But like I said, ain't like there's no bad blood with Orlando at all. I just understand what it is I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make it better, which is why I continue to try. Which is kind of like me gearing myself to Orlando. I hate when
people talk about the situation Orlando is in, but they're not a part of the solution.
Yeah, no, I mean better.
You know?
It's not even that, but there is a solution, and you still got a problem with the solution. Then it's like, all right, now you just go sit down now. Like we done with you. We ain't even trying to hear what you got to say at all.
I mean, cause like, a lot of people say Orlando hood. You can't go out in Orlando. You can't do this. You can't do that. Let me give you a secret about Trap Gal last night. I ain't had no security, and I had hood niggas in there with no problems. No problem. Wasn't no nothing. Like, and it's because you just gotta tell them what you want. Like, just tell them. Like, and give them a safe space where they can enjoy themselves, and you don't worry about that. Like, that's it. Like, I mean, I thought I had security, but I ended up not having it. But
that's a good feeling though. Like when you ain't gotta be on edge about like something like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like in a setting like that. Like Trap Gal is not like a every Saturday, it's one time a year.
It's anticipated.
I'm thinking I'm gonna get that bitch to y'all another time this year though, cause after watching
like a winter Trap Gala.
I think so, but I don't know though. I don't know.
That's when we find out who got money or not, cause that's when you gotta cover up.
You gotta really put clothes on there. All right, let me bring out one of them goddamn coats on y'all. Well, fuck this thing up.
Not the fur.
All right,
chinchilla.
Be like Frank Lucas in that bitch, but. Why not?
Tony.
Why not?
Done. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to the let's see who called you, who texted you, who blew you up.
I know who did.
How many times did who?
So
okay,
crazy.
So who did you hit? Who did you hit?
I hit Mo, my business partner KP, and I hit Saint.
Okay, so what did Mo have to say?
Mo ain't text.
Damn, Mo! Damn!
Mo
beat up fucking
I ain't
Mo.
rocking with Mo no more. Hey.
All right, what about Saint?
Saint called twice. He texted.
What did he say?
He said, "Where you at?" First he said, "Where you at?" Then they said, "Bitch, pick up the phone. Where you at?" I'm trying to pull up. I got my pistol on me right now. Damn, you a gangster, boy.
Call him back.
Wait, what was the third person?
No, let's call him back real quick.
No, it was KP. That was the second person. Or the other person. Let me see what he had about.
We gonna have to call him.
Why I get so mad? Hey, bro, listen.
Hey, you the real MVP, though.
It wasn't my idea, bro. It wasn't my idea.
I'm talking about nigga. It was all right.
My dog got the pistol ready.
Hey,
Real leaders around this bitch.
hey, where you at, bro?
I'm over at the job.
Oh, damn. Oh, you at the crib? Oh, you done came to the house and all?
Huh?
I said you done came to the house and all.
No, I'm at Joe's house. Joe.
Oh, you at Joe? I thought you said at my house. I was like, damn, you really pulled up.
Pull-up game strong.
I knew you weren't home like that. Okay, I know he ain't home. So I'm like, I was about to pull the spicy juice to come think. I'm like, he must be talking about one of the niggas over there.
You know they do be trying to pull it when it come to give me my check. They bitch do try to pull it. Oh yeah, nah. But yeah, nah. I'm on live right now. You tune in to live, man. I'm gonna send it on to you. You can finish watching this interview. They told me to hit you up and act stupid, so I act stupid.
I'm ready to use this shit and all.
Hey, it went to practice, trying to caught that bitch real fast and shit.
No jam.
How you gonna pull up? All right,
nigga,
if
let's
I'm
go.
gonna shoot sideways, I'm gonna hold it straight up.
Right.
Ugly ass. But no, I'm gonna hit your ass back when I leave here, though. Yeah. And then,
All right. And who was the other one? KP?
Kelvin hit me back.
And what did he
Said,
say?
"You
How
home."
many times did he call you?
He just says you home, and he called me twice.
All right, call him back.
I never finna say, well, you play too much. We might not answer. He might be really out here trying to ride. I know he got this scrap on him. I'm scared of this nigga.
We
Yeah,
gonna
you
have to
ain't
call
answer,
Mo.
bro? Yeah, Mo ain't worth a damn.
Then it's a Monday. What you doing, Mo? Quarantine. What you doing, Mo? I know you on Fortnite.
That's what it is. Oh, that nigga on. Wait, or is it the Call of Duty? What new game?
It's Fortnite.
I think he was on Call of Duty the other day.
He might have been.
That nigga ain't answering.
Call Mo.
No Mo ain't worth a damn. I should have just called Nat.
See?
I know Peanut gonna slide, and he would have called 100 times. See, I ain't got no friends.
Damn!
That's crazy.
Now you got one.
Peanut. I know you gonna slide, bro.
You got one.
Yeah, Saint. I know Saint gonna slide.
Saint said he had his strap, boy. He ready,
Boy,
boy.
shit.
Damn.
Mo ain't shit, boy.
Hey, I'm
Ain't
going on
shit.
record right now. Hey,
Ah!
I don't fuck with that boy Mo no more.
Mo, you ain't shit, boy.
NB.
Damn.
Nah,
It's
that-
B.
Nah.
Mo is Mo. I know how Mo is. I knew I was gonna get a response from him. Till
Mo,
later.
Mo character. I can't with him. I can't like. He off the chain.
Hey,
I remember when I first met Mo. He off the chain.
All
Hey,
right,
Truck.
real quick. What's next for TonyGoHard?
Shoot, I'm just gonna keep giving y'all new stuff. I got a brunch coming up. I got Sunset Day Party, of course. The next one is April 11th. We bringing for the 99 to 2000 back. That's our throwback party we did. Like, we were crazy. We're bringing that back. Trying to decide the date right now. The sneaker ball coming back again. I got my Fridays at Elixir. Then I'm gonna keep hitting.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to, switch the game, kind of make
Continue to
make
elevate.
Orlando
Yeah.
the cities I love. And
Yes.
Houston, like I say, Houston. That's my favorite party city. So I don't think I don't see it ever really being that, only because Houston is so black.
So black.
But
Same thing as Atlanta.
exactly.
So
you know
black.
What I'm saying? But it's like it's a different feel out there though. Like I don't know. Like I feel like for me, Atlanta,
Prospect. That's my favorite part over there.
Prospect Park 9.
Prospect
I feel like
Park's so
Atlanta
nice.
is like ain't no middle in Atlanta in a sense. It's like either you got it or you don't. Ain't no middle. Houston is like, oh y'all just come hang out. Like I'm not looking. It's not a status thing in Houston in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And not like status isn't important. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
like,
because I feel like in Houston they got money, so it's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
like-
real money. It
I
ain't
think
like
everybody up. So
yeah,
it ain't
really
it's
like
not are you up or are you down?
right. It's
I know
like
you
just
up.
come hang. Like, but they over there in Houston, what I've noticed over there versus Atlanta, like maybe because of the people that I know in Atlanta, so it's a little bit different. But if you're just a regular person, like they not as friendly or as inviting. In Houston, like I ain't know none of them. They walk
And
past
they-
my table.
it's
You want a
love.
drink? And I'm like, I'm thinking in Orlando terms, like, oh, he gonna want my number. Nah,
it's
hang
just love.
on.
I walk
Hang
past your table. I
on.
know you don't got no drink. I want to get you a drink.
Right, hang on.
Like it's like
Oh, you
it's
ain't got no
love.
hookah? Hang on.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Like
saying. So
they cool.
I think that's why I enjoy them more. I mean, I fit in both spots. Like,
Mm-hmm.
trust me, I can go in either one of those and do my thing. But if I had to pick, it would definitely be Houston. But I want to continue to try to, transition this into that because I feel like it's special. Like it's a feeling that you want to have. You know what I'm saying? And I care about the customer, so I want to give them an experience. Everything like my tagline is, it's not just a party, it's an experience. That's why I put so much into my events because I want you to have an experience. I want you to say I had a good time at that party, not oh well, it was cool to go. No, I
Right.
want you.
Right.
Now we
had
gotta
a
hit
good
that bit
time.
again.
I want memories made at my parties. I want,
Right.
Girl, you remember that night we was at Tony them thing and I got like that's what I want. You feel me? So like that's what I try to create. So
That's what's
that's
up.
what's gonna keep happening.
Before we end, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, what made me a guest on this show? I ain't nobody. I'm behind the scenes.
What you mean?
I'm Tony. I'm
We
good.
we pick people who are doing something in the city, making noise. Like we pick people that don't really need an introduction.
Oh, I'll take that.
Right.
I'll take that.
Boom.
Yeah, what's next for y'all? Get y'all a chance to do y'all thing. What y'all got coming?
Really just
Well,
really it's just like be quiet, Tony. It's just figuring out what is next. Like we have hella ideas, hella things that we want to put into motion. You know what I'm saying? Like you were talking about the shot glasses. Like branding is like really big for us, but I always say that one shot blew up faster than we expected. So a lot of the things that we wanted to do to gradually get there is kind of like, oh shit, we done already got a whole year and a half in. We ain't even do half the shit we was supposed to do in a year. But you know, it take time, it take money, it take a lot of different things. So as long as we got, you know, supporters and people fucking with us, like they'll see the growth.
If it's that big, y'all start putting some ads on here, get some smart. Look, y'all got all the
that's what I'm saying. It's
coming. Need to go up here. Somebody
coming.
Party need to come up here. Like I ain't promoting nobody party right now, but somebody coming Mother's Day, somebody coming 4th of July, something like that.
Yeah, we on
sponsors
and everything like that. Yeah, we
can
do something like that, and then we're here every Monday, so it just makes sense too.
Exactly. So there's a lot of stuff y'all could do.
We got some shit.
Yeah, we got some shit. Just
what else now?
That's really it. Like, to be honest with you, it ain't nothing too much as far as like, you know, just continue working on our individual stuff. She got Bodywear, which is a clothing brand, and then I got, you know, Socks Visions, which is my creative direction. But other than that, it's just keep working, keep going.
Well, bet. Shoot.
Thanks for coming on One Shot.
I feel like I'm about to close this show out.
Hey.
I appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been One Shot Mandatory.
Bow.
God damn it. Hey.
Socks.
OX.
And go hard.
Bow.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You about to fuck around and make me a goddamn co-host on here. I'm be like Charlamagne. I'm getting like donkey of the day and all that.
Girl, why? Cause you sneezed during the interview.
Hey, bro. Nobody catch the goddamn corona in this bitch, man.
You got the corona.
Hold on.